a lot of artists coming up. I mean, try your best to get on that content game.
Yeah, get out there, put yourself out there.
Spend like an hour or two messaging, emailing. You have no idea how successful you could be if you're lucky enough and the
Just
right
takes
person.
that one.
Takes that one. Takes that one song. It takes that one email, that one DM. You know, just keep focused.
Deadmau5 was streaming and he's reviewing demos. And he was looking for like a vocal for the song The Veld. He had the melodies already planned, and some guy on Twitter DM'd him saying, "Hey, I created something for you. Please take a look." And he's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna judge this on stream." And he played it, and
Blew his mind.
and it actually blew his mind. It literally in the stream, he's just like, at the end, he's just like, "Motherfucker."
Yeah, a lot of cold DMs. Yeah.
And so would
they're
you say
into
that
it, though.
that's
They're-
like one of the most important things an artist can do is just you gotta put
Just
yourself
go
out there,
crazy
right?
with the messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill you. You know.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
A lot of people have been saying Illenium needs to have his heart break.
Oh, to go back to making
Yeah,
that's a hot take for sure.
Damn.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Back and Body Hurts podcast where we talk about all things EDM related. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host for this week, Sunny. I'm just going to introduce our panel for this week. To my right is Benny.
8.
To my far left is Christine.
Far right.
Far right, yes. Left as in this side, but still.
Hi.
We're going around the
Going
table,
around
I
the
guess.
table.
Hello.
But yes, hello, Christine. And this week we have a special guest, up and coming producer, Menna, who's joining us on the podcast today. So
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. How's everybody doing?
good. Yeah, it's a little rainy today though.
Beautiful day in Toronto.
You could literally see it was like sunny in the morning, and then you just see the clouds coming. When you're messaging me, it's just like, oh yeah, the clouds are coming.
I almost didn't make it, but here we are.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, just a brief backstory on where Menna is. So he's an up and coming rising electronic DJ from Canada. He's been making music since 16 as a producer.
Age of 16.
Age is 16.
Age of 16, not 20.
Yeah, I thought 2016.
No, I said age is 16. I just said age 16.
No, you got
Okay,
it.
16.
Clarify, just
Okay, yeah, 16. Focusing mainly on EDM and more on the pop side for your melodies. He's had big support from EDM.com, 1001 Tracklist, and a couple other big industry names. He debuted an EP last year called Euphoric Control, which has a lot of streams getting up there. It's really getting really popular, and his single hit Fantasies has reached over 2 million
2.2, I think. Yeah, 2.2.
Wow.
We'll actually play it for you. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, we're
We'll
gonna
play
play
it
it
for you
later
guys.
so everyone can hear. But yeah,
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be nice.
so yeah, just a brief intro on yourself. Like, what got you at age 16 to get into the scene?
It all started in high school. A friend of mine, one day heard a rapper at my high school, and he goes, "We should make beats for that guy.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
start getting into music."
Oh really?
I'm like,
Did
okay.
you have a music background before this?
So my family, my mom's a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
My father's a piano player.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of runs in the family.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a natural thing that I obtained, but yeah, my friend, he goes, "Let's make a beat for this rapper." So that's how it started.
Your friend has a lot of foresight. Do you still talk to this person?
Oh yeah, he's my best friend.
Oh, he's
shout
nice,
shout out
that's
to
good.
Andy Juma. That's my boy right there. We were making beats when we were 16.
So what was I was like, okay, I gotta make beats. What do I use?
So Andy hooked me up with everything.
Oh, really?
We yeah, it was easy for me to get into, but it was something worth like giving it a shot. So we made a beat for some guys. We kept doing it, and eventually we branched off, and I started doing my own thing. But I still stuck with the rap music.
Oh really?
I was producing on FL Studio. Have you guys heard of FL
Sony,
Studio?
right?
Yeah.
Is it Sony?
No, it's its own thing.
No.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's
FL
Fruity
Studios
Loops.
that's out there, and Ableton are the two big ones for
Oh.
producing.
Mhm,
And a
mhm.
lot of people, you can transition from one to the other, but it's actually kind of hard.
No, I will never
No.
do that.
You
I would
Some
never-
people do because Ableton's more common.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah,
I respect that
yeah.
for sure.
But each provides its own like different creative stuff. Like
Mhm.
we haven't really gone to music producing. I know we've looked at it. We have friends who do it, but yeah, I know Ableton's like the most common.
It is for sure.
But it's
And,
just I guess you went with what was available at that time, or you just liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what was available and what was affordable.
Essentially, that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, it wasn't torrented. I promise. But yeah, we started on that. I started on that. I kept with it. It's like PlayStation and Xbox. Like, which one are you going to stick with?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you stick with it forever. Like, I'll never switch to Xbox. I'm sorry to say.
What about PC? PC Master Race?
I've never tried PC.
Yeah,
But
try
I've-
PC Master Race. You get the best of everything. Then the consoles will go goodbye.
oh,
But still,
cool.
console convenience is pretty good still. So it's
Yeah.
It's affordable.
it's a
Like
foldable.
a PC nowadays is like a couple $1,000s.
But
easily.
That's,
but as a producer, I'm assuming you do it on Apple like Mac.
oh, no, I use Windows.
Oh, you use Windows.
FL
Okay, okay.
Studio on Windows. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I
Ever since I started.
So you already integrate on PC, and you just need the gaming setup.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so sorry, we got carried away there. Yeah, I started with FL Studio. I stuck with it for up until today.
Did you release any of the R&B stuff that you did, or any of the beats you made? Or
Yeah,
is it hidden? Is it hidden in some
Oh,
folders?
man, those are
SoundCloud?
archived.
Archived?
Those are archived. There was we can get deep into it, but there was like a famous rap song I did
Oh.
during that come up since I started at 16 for this rapper who was associated with OVO and all that.
Oh.
And
Are you allowed to say his name?
nah, I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
Oh.
Probably shouldn't. So there's a chance.
I can show you guys after the show
Okay.
what song it was, but
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, that's actually sick.
yeah, so yeah.
So you did this song for him when he was sort of around your age, and now he's
He
in
was on the
OVO?
come up and he blew up, and then something unfortunate.
Is he from
happened,
Toronto?
but-
Well,
Yeah, he's
give
from
us some
Toronto.
hints.
He's from
Give us some
Toronto.
hints.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wait, were you ghostwriting?
I was the
Who's ghost
producer.
producing?
Yeah, I was the producer, but I didn't get credit for it. I didn't
Yeah.
want credit
We'll
for
talk
it.
about that at the end
Yeah,
too. On
yeah.
that,
Oh,
because
God.
yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, I started off again from high school. When it got to EDM, as the years went on, a lot of people would tell me, friends and family, that I'm very melodic. So after that, I stopped with the hip hop and rap. I thought, what else can I move to that's melodic?
I feel like you're for the people.
Wait, how do they determine you're melodic? Like this, like seems like
Well,
a
everyone
general-
always tells me that's catchy, and whenever
Oh,
it comes
okay.
to catchiness, it's all melody, right?
It's true.
So I'm like, all right, let me see if I can really work with the melody and invest my whole life into melodies. And which genre works best with melodic is EDM.
Oh.
Because you can
So-
build it how you want, the melodies you want to. It's
It's
like
endless.
yeah.
Man. You can the options compared to rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
EDM, you can just do whatever you want. So
Yeah, you could
That
put
gave
a
me a
drop
lot of-
anywhere.
yeah, gave me a lot of melodic freedom.
and
So I knew
that's
for
when-
sure that was my lane.
And that's when
that's-
Menna started the project, right?
Yeah, through all those years, it was all hip hop and R&B, and then 2020 when I released my first song.
Mhm.
A year before that, a friend of mine actually inspired me to check out EDM. I didn't just randomly wake up and go, you know what, I'm going to do EDM then.
Oh, okay.
But this guy who's into Euro, the 90s,
Oh.
stuff like that.
They're into that stuff.
We're,
A
so
friend of mine,
actually,
yeah.
the funny thing about that is that it's come in waves. Obviously, like Euro, everyone knows like Euro dance and all that was like back in the 2000s.
That's coming back, by the
It's
way.
coming back.
Oh, yes.
big
Oh,
right
yes.
now. Big, and that we're excited about that because we love the old trance sounds. This is where I like melodic, like the melodic sound
Mhm.
too, because it's a little trancey too.
Mhm.
But a lot of people do melodic dubstep now. Similar elements where it's a little feelsy, but like I'm a trance diehard, so like that's where it kind of segregates, and that's where like
That's great.
melodies for me is important too.
You should try
Yeah.
Dream State.
What's that?
Oh, the festival.
Oh, the Trance
He's
Festival,
wearing
right?
the
Oh, I'm wearing that.
Oh, yeah. I would
It's
love
in
to.
SoCal in November.
Oh, you're gonna have a
Yeah.
you're gonna have a time
I
down
think
there.
you should make
That'd
your
be
way
cool.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like a
going to
weekend.
Countdown as well, but
Oh, I went
Dream
to
State
Countdown.
would be cool. Yeah?
A lot of pickpockets. I got my wallet and passport stolen.
Yeah,
Lovely.
That
Yeah.
was, and she made it back to Canada though.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
was, that was
yeah, you
good.
made it back.
Someone had a soul and didn't return anything else, but returned her
The
passport.
passport. They
It's
returned
like,
my
Oh,
passport.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than nothing, though.
So one interesting, you said you started in 2020 with the
Sorry, yeah, that's right.
how did COVID help or not help you?
You started EDM in
EDM
2020.
20.
Yeah, I started COVID year, huh?
That was a good
I
year to
guess-
start, though.
Good year to
You think?
produce
Yeah,
because
good
everybody
to-
was at home.
I think a good year to produce, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Amazing year
That's
to
true.
produce.
Yeah,
feel
that's
like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no go.
I feel like a lot of the DJs had a lot of stuff stocked up from that year because they were just stuck at home.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
true.
Everyone's doing bedroom DJ sets, but
Yeah,
but
I
at least for
remember
you,
those.
you could just be in the like probably working your other full-time job and then like doing this on the side.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Is this
out.
project your full-time job now?
When I move out there, yeah, it will be.
Okay, that's
What were you doing before, may I ask? Your occupation, your industry?
I hate talking about it.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of office work in accounting.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
so
hate-
like
I
John
hate
Summit.
accounting.
John Summit.
John Summit was an accountant.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's actually viral tweets out there of like him and his accounting thing saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop this and start DJing." Or,
Oh
like,
my
a
goodness,
project.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know. Have you heard of Elefante? He also plays very melodic stuff. He was a Harvard grad and a consultant. So
Everyone needs
Yeah.
money somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
Being a producer, you don't have money when you start as a producer or DJ.
No,
so
no, not
you
at
gotta
all.
have it's gotta be a secondary job and then turn into hopefully full time. That's like
It's,
anything.
a, it's
Yeah.
a tough industry too.
Do you like
It's a tough
the
industry.
do you like
Oh,
the John
so
Summit sound? I feel like you could dabble into similar like
What is like tech house? I think it was.
Yeah.
tech
What do you-
house, but it's like he does some tropical like vibes
Oh, yeah?
too. Yeah.
He's right now like we just released an album on Friday and it's
Yes.
like everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he once again he has the range too where people just listen to it.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing
so we
is
could
that
just
eventually
screw
when you
around
get to that point, like when an artist gets to that point, they can experiment and see how the
Yeah.
audience reacts because you have the views. But
There's
like
levels.
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
It's like subtronics. So
Yeah.
you have subtronics?
yeah,
He's
they
like-
merged together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa. Yeah.
yeah, but like definitely as a newer
It's risky
artist,
though.
definitely as a newer artist, you gotta stick to your sound.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you get your following because
You
all of a
have to
sudden if you
niche
just
down.
release a dubstep song, your old people would be like,
Mm.
what's this?
Well, it's like the thing is like once you start, you have a certain amount of followers and they like that specific sound. But once you want to cater to more people and get a larger audience,
Yeah,
risky.
dabble.
then you have to hit in every different area of the industry.
Yeah, or else you can lose all the day ones.
But even sometimes the day ones like they'll be like, I like the old TSO or I like the old
Me.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I like the old sound. But you have to really play on the bigger crowd because there's a small subsection of people that like this type of music, but then you want the big, you want the whole cake. You don't want just a small cut of the
Absolutely, yeah. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, but I definitely try that sound, tech house. I'm gonna give it a go. You just inspired me.
It'd be I know you're
Look forward to it.
we'll mention it later, but you know you're gonna start DJing soon.
Yeah,
That's definitely something that would help with like just like incorporating it. But once again, you'll have to see. You gotta find your own sound and how you want to do your
yeah,
sets,
for
right?
sure. Yeah, definitely.
So you're still still producing the uplifting melodies and like more pop EDM type of sound. That's like right now the trajectory you're going in. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to
Mhm.
for the time being. I'm definitely gonna experiment and push my diversity and see how far I can take it. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. The nice thing is that it seems like right now, even with the latest releases, you have a following, which is good. That's like, you got to hold on to that following, the people who have been loyal with the sound you produce, because it seems like it's resonating with a lot of people, which is great.
Yeah, it seems to be
Yeah.
connecting.
So we mentioned earlier that Menna has you had your first 1 million stream on Spotify, but now it's at 2 million, which is Fantasies. How did that process start?
You guys want to play it first and then we can talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, we can play it first. So we'll play it for everyone here.
We'll play it.
Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Whenever you got me, don't forget it. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I'll be your fantasy. Tell me what you want, babe. Tell me what you want, babe.
We're good on main stage for sure. Like,
Is it on the radio yet?
it could be.
Yeah.
It's like 3 minutes, right? 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can stop it whenever. I hate hearing my own music.
You do?
Do you like hearing your own voice? Because I know a lot of people have that.
No.
This is probably
I-
different,
I
right? To
hate
hear
it.
your own
Yeah.
voice.
It's a new experience for me. for
I'm
sure.
the same way too. I don't like. I guess I consider myself a good speaker. I just don't like hearing my own voice because it doesn't. For me, I hear it, I'm like, that's how I sound.
You're
It's-
gonna. I guess there's gonna be like a little like challenge there. I'm not too sure, but like when you're DJing, because you're gonna have to play it yourself
Yeah.
and mix it.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting for sure. But
yeah,
when I knew it like during release week or pre-release week the week before. I don't know if you guys have you heard of Austin Kramer? He's a pretty big curator. He's like the gatekeeper for a lot of DJs.
Oh, is he?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Like he's put on a lot of people.
We need
So,
to expand our horizons.
Yeah, I'll show you guys his profile after.
Okay.
Shout out to Austin Kramer. He played my. Sorry, I moved up there.
Yeah,
Shout out to Austin Kramer. He played my song on Tomorrowland Radio,
really.
Oh, wow.
and that's when I started thinking, oh, this could be something.
Yeah, you just need someone to like, as I said, you just need to, when you market yourself, you just need that one person to play it.
Yeah.
Like that one person or like a radio show or something.
And someone like Austin, I mean,
You just have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, and you'll just get lucky one day. All you need is that one time.
yeah. Fantasies was almost there. I felt it, like the momentum was crazy, but maybe it still has room to be discovered by a lot of people.
So do you feel like
'Cause-
people started like Shazamming it or IDing it after the Tomorrowland?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Shazams, because I can see my stats
Oh.
live. I think I had like 2,000 Shazams now.
Oh, you can see Shazam. That's pretty cool.
You have data for everything. You can actually see who's streaming. Belinda showed us who's streaming your song at the like just on stats
In the moment.
In the moment,
Mhm.
you can actually see how many people are streaming it. So for like bigger artists
yeah.
too, you'd be like, especially with your Spotify gets almost 100K views, listens a month.
Oh,
Based on the
right.
stats.
Yeah, we had 100K.
So like I guarantee if you just pulled it up, you'd probably be like 3 people listening I guarantee at least more like 3 people listening at one time, which is kind of cool to think about.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's great.
So
it helps you with it helps you learn a lesson and like learn along the way, like what you need to do, what you shouldn't do, what you should do pre-release week. Like if I didn't email Austin Kramer a week before, I think it would have made a big difference in my stream count. He really pushed it out there.
Oh, that's great.
It's
then-
nice that he's supporting like new artists.
Yeah. Anybody can submit to him too, but it's hard. He's like a real.
He's a
gatekeeper,
it just
man.
caught his ear. Everyone knows that famous Deadmau5 clip, right? Where
The
Veld?
the Veld.
Yeah,
The Veld.
the singer sends.
The singer said it's essentially like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where that we can put that in the video,
Yeah,
but that little clip, it's just like
What
that.
is it?
So essentially, someone submitted him. Deadmau5 was streaming, and he's reviewing demos. And he was looking for like a vocal for the song "The Veld." He had the melodies already planned, and some guy on Twitter DM'd him saying, "Hey, I created something for you. Please take a look." And he's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna judge this on stream." And he played it,
Blew his mind.
and it actually blew his mind. Literally in the stream, he's just like, at the end, he's just like, "Motherfucker."
Yeah, he freaked out. He called
he's
somebody in the
It was
room.
literally the perfect thing he was looking for.
Yeah.
And then he got in touch with the singer and actually took him on the song.
Yeah.
It's like, I consider it like a Canadian heritage moment for EDM music, I would say.
Well said.
Was
Yeah, I agree.
The singer was Canadian.
I don't know if the singer. I think the
I
singer
had no
was.
idea.
I don't know if the singer was Canadian. We'll have to double check that. But Deadmau5 is Canadian icon, right?
Of
So
course.
so it's like that moment.
Yeah, it was a great video. But yeah, it's all about who you know and how lucky you get. The timing, man. It's all timing.
So was Fantasies? What release number was that for you? Like when you were trying to get your music out?
4.
Number 4. So how did you get it out there? I guess for the one thing is more like an educational for our listeners too. How did you go about and get your like Fantasies out there to like hit 2 million streams? Like what was the process like pre-release making it? Because you knew you had something good as an artist, right? You knew, oh, like this is good. So how do I get this out here? Because for your 4th song to hit 2 million, that's pretty good. A lot of people produce a lot of songs that don't make it anywhere until like later on. Like you look at some artists that they've been producing maybe since like 2014 and they just started getting big like now.
Yeah.
It takes time, right?
It takes time and you got to get lucky.
Yeah.
If you get lucky, it could be your first song. I mean, what
That's
I
like
did
with
was...
with that Martin Garrix with Animals. Was that his first?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
It could have been.
It's close though. He blew up overnight.
Yeah.
With
Animals is
Animals,
crazy.
Yeah.
So the marketing for Fantasies, how did you do that?
Yeah, sorry. So I again, a lot of pitching to people like Austin Kramer, to other people in the EDM field. You guys know of the shuffling dance, shufflers?
The
Yeah.
shuffling, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot
Just
of
like the whole shuffling.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
shuffle.
Yeah, you know
oh yeah,
shuffling.
okay, yeah,
I
the
shuffle.
shuffling, yeah.
yeah.
I thought it
you
was a
shuffle?
group. I thought it was a
Yeah.
group. I was like, oh,
Not the
is that
best, but-
I'm like shuffling dance. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like-
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
reached out to a lot of shufflers,
Oh.
Ah,
and a lot of them became friends of mine,
Oh wow.
and they have a huge reach out in California, especially
Oh.
and Miami, and
I follow a few
lot of
of
cold
the
Yeah.
influencer ones.
A lot of cold DMs.
a lot of cold DMs. Yeah,
And so
But
would
they're
you say
intimate,
that
though.
that's
They're-
like one of the most important things an artist can do is just you gotta put
just
yourself
go
out
crazy
there,
with the messages.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna kill you, you know.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
The
I-
worst,
I-
right, that's
the
what I
problem
say.
is that it's that it's either the time artist doesn't have time, or it's just like that fear of messaging. It's just like the calling thing, the cold calling thing. We know people know you need to cold call.
But cold DMs are a lot easier than
It is a
cold
lot easier.
calling.
they're easier because you can be more intimate with it, and you can cater the person you're
I
DMing.
feel like typing is less nerve wracking than
Did
speaking
you-
to someone.
Did you submit a lot of demos to?
Yeah, I
different
pitched to
labels?
so many labels, man.
Yeah, a lot.
Wow.
Austin's the only one who bit in terms of
Oh wow.
like that level.
We only you only needed him at that point, right?
Yeah, but I had to keep the momentum going, right?
Yeah.
So even after release week, I was just going crazy still
Yeah.
with the pitching and making friends on Instagram. That helped a lot.
Instagram's like the main platform, right, that you use.
I think it's the only thing I use.
For us too, it's like our professional account. It's like the
Yeah.
one we'll use for professional, and then TikTok is just a mad upload every.
I
At least for
gotta
us,
get on that.
for doing shorts and stuff, it's like TikTok is just put it all out there.
I gotta get on TikTok though.
Yeah, it's more the content aspect. Yeah, first things first, Instagram. That's what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think Instagram's the way to do it.
For me especially, yeah. I don't have Facebook or anything like that, so Instagram's like my
I think
business.
Facebook is still it's more community based. I think Facebook artists do it for Facebook, but I just think it's like not as required unless you build a community from like your. That's what I've noticed is usually that's when Facebook's really popular
Mhm.
for artists.
Facebook has a place in the world, but you just have to know how to use it. I don't know how to use it, but
Do you think there's still hope for Facebook?
I feel like it's for the
Groups?
older crowd.
it is for older crowd, but there is also groups too.
So that essentially all of us mainly use
No,
Facebook
we're on groups, yeah.
for the groups.
Oh, okay.
That's essentially what it is. So like
Like-
in our
And even
local
events as well.
All the festival groups, record label groups.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Okay.
like some lines, Ophelia Records. I'm in that like fan group.
Cool.
Are you joined in any producing groups?
No.
Um,
Definitely should be though.
Yeah, so that's one way to market yourself as well. You
I agree.
join groups.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
just post
I
your
gotta
stuff
get on
on
that.
there too.
There's a lot of stuff I need to do and get out of my, comfort
Yeah.
zone.
There's a lot of things that, because you
One-man
run
show.
it all by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So what is your team just you?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a team right
it's,
here.
It's difficult to do everything because
It is. I'm exhausted too.
Yeah.
Kinda
Especially as
discourages
like
you.
when you're starting as an artist, it's not your full-time job right away.
Yeah.
You should listen to our episode with our friend Brendan Dream Driver, that because he goes on tour, and
Oh, cool.
he's constantly packing stuff alone. And then his girlfriend's like a good friend of mine, and she turned into like a half tour manager when she's like not working. So then you should listen to that episode.
I will. Yeah. I'll check that out.
But yeah, it definitely as I said, if you're doing everything yourself, it's a lot of work.
I know. I'm tired. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I need
gotta
to
keep
focus
pushing.
on making music, because doing it all myself is taking away the energy that I put into making music.
and then you could have a writer's gap too because you're just exhausted. Have you already experienced any writer's gap while making any music?
Yeah. If you look at all my releases, they're released like 6-7 months after my last one.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking like huge breaks in between, but I don't want to do that anymore. I gotta
Ramp
content.
up.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta try like once a month maybe.
Do you do SoundCloud? Because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I think SoundCloud's like the easiest way to get the music to like the links to everyone. I know that's where like the discovery happens in SoundCloud is what people say.
But I remember on Brendan's episode, he was saying how when you're tied down to a label, like there's all sorts of like promotion. Sometimes the music you can finish the music, but sometimes they don't promote the music until like there's like different timelines of when you can release it and when the label allows you to. So there's that as well. So
Yeah,
there's
you have
also
no freedom.
contracts.
Yeah.
feel
I don't
like,
know.
Do you think there will be like a quality issue if you try to post like once a month or release?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think so.
What would
If
be your
anything,
target?
it's better. If you
Yeah, it would
post,
be better.
Yeah.
Oh, like you have songs lined up.
I
Or-
don't know.
Oh, so you're confident
I'm
that
a
you
weird
can.
artist. Like I sit at a computer and I finish the song, and I drop it. Like I don't bank ideas or anything,
Oh, okay.
which I should be doing.
So you're confident that you could drop once a month. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
we'll
how,
see.
how did Euphoric Control come? Because if you're doing that, you had an
Dude,
EP.
that took forever.
That took forever?
to
Oh, so
put
you
together.
literally were waiting and then like, I'll just do an EP based on these 4 songs, right?
Yeah, did that come after Fantasies?
I think it came after Fantasy. It was last year. I think Fantasies
Okay.
was...
He's your fan. He's your fan.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
I like the sound.
yeah.
I actually, it's fun.
That's a cool-
I
that's a
mentioned
good
before,
record.
I literally DM'd a couple friends. I'm like, hey, check this out because this is your sound. They're like, oh, I love this.
That's
It's
awesome.
Good. It's
I
that,
appreciate
essentially,
that,
that's what
man.
it is. It's just
Screen
has to-
cap. We have screen caps.
Yeah, we do. I have screen
I saw
cap
that.
messages of like the comments. I'll
That's
share
awesome,
them with
man.
you
I
after.
appreciate that. Really. Thank you for that.
One of them's coming on soon.
Soon.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Future episode.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, Euphoric Control was a good record. That took over a year. So many people were getting frustrated.
Like
it was. They're like, dude, you haven't dropped anything in. Like, I
Oh,
don't even know how
your
old you are
fans.
anymore. That's how long it's been.
And that's the thing. You have to. That's a fine balance where you have to stay relevant too. Where if you.
Yeah.
It's crazy because a lot of people on social media, if you're like constantly posting or like you have a social media presence and then you just like drop off on social media, they think you're dead.
It's hard.
No, but
yeah.
sometimes it's a good thing to like.
Yeah, you can come back
Yeah.
stronger.
Yeah, because sometimes it's
Definitely.
like when someone is there too much, you don't really know. You're not so grateful that they're always there, and then once they're like
That's
you
a good
have
point.
a long period of like absence, and then you come back, just like Hardwell.
Rihanna.
Hardwell, yeah.
Hardwell.
Rihanna, yeah. Chainsmokers
Yeah, but
did that one.
Hardwell's a little different because he's. Well,
He
yeah,
told people he was gonna retire.
He told people, but it's
Yeah.
also different. Like as a up and coming artist, right? Like an up and coming artist, Hardwell's Hardwell.
Yeah.
Hardwell comes back, he's gonna get thousands
Yeah,
of
it's
people.
not-
As an up and coming artist, to have a long break, it's
Mm.
like you do fall off.
Yeah.
You could
hard,
fall off
man.
relevance.
Yeah, you
But that's
could.
good that
That's-
Euphoric
that's
Control is
true.
getting great streams. Like each one, I think almost all the songs are getting like above 200K. Streams,
Yeah,
or
yeah. I think
almost
there's
there.
one that's a bit lower, but that's catching up too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good record for sure. But yeah, it took over a year. I mean, I kind of regret making this shit because I owned it. Like, I'm gonna make an EP and I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like.
You're not gonna do the one song release. You want to see how the EP
Yeah, I
is.
wanted to try this and I stuck with it, but it took way too long and I regret it.
So would you do it again?
No.
Or- no. Okay.
Oh, wow.
No way, man. Not until I got people helping me out with marketing and stuff like
okay.
that.
Yeah, you definitely need to expand the team and definitely help with
Mhm.
that. And I think it'll also help guide you,
Well,
right?
at the start, like, you kind of have to do everything.
Yeah, you do.
You have to do all the marketing. You have to do
Mhm.
the producing. You got to do. Yeah, I don't know what else there. It's marketing
But no,
and
yeah,
producing.
I'm still in that stage, to be honest. We'll see what happens when I get help, but for now, it's just me and my singers that I work with.
Mhm.
How did you find them?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, that's what it was.
I'm gonna answer Instagram like the
Cold
whole
DM.
way.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just cold DM.
Are they from like North America or they're like worldwide?
A lot of them.
You can do shout outs to them too.
I was gonna shout them out for sure, especially Simona Shao, the one who did the remix, the Vacant
Yeah,
remix.
She does quite a few, right?
She's so good. She's worked with so many artists, and she's out in LA. She helped the EP get done.
Have you met her in person?
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
met one
okay.
time in LA.
Mm.
Especially when I move out there, we're gonna see them.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna see them a lot. Linny, you know Linny?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
She's so talented. She's like one of the biggest voices.
She's
in
actually
EDM.
huge in the melodic scene too. Like
Oh.
for singer, I think even Blank's done stuff with her. Blank,
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
She's worked with everyone.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She was with Steve Aoki. She performed with him on stage at EDC
So you
last
just
year.
reached out to her.
I emailed her. I got so lucky that I got a response. I sent her a beat. Neon Love is a song we have.
Mhm.
I sent her the beat for it. And then her and her manager reached out. They're like, we love it. Let's do it. I'm like, that was perfect timing. It's probably really hard to work with Linny because she's
She's so busy.
in high demand.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's
So
that sometimes the song, it's just like what we talk about demos thing. Sometimes it just resonates, and you're just like, I like that, and I want to.
Want to contribute?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
where the EDM scene's like fantastic because there's always a new evolving sounds that resonate, and songs resonate with people, right? And melodies resonate with people. So like when they hear that, it's like I like that, and like I can see something with
I
this.
feel like it's a lot more cruel scene in like hip hop.
Yeah,
That'd be an
I would say
interesting
that.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
This
for
is
sure.
a plur vibes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
find a lot of the industry people are like, especially, it's still relatively new, the EDM scene. There's a lot of like opportunities for people. So I find that we find the communities like more banding together. Even artists you think are big, like we've DM'd artists that are big before and they respond. Like they actually respond, take the time to respond and thank you. Like I don't think if you DM'd like very popular artists, even rock bands, they would even respond.
But it's hard to know who's
It is.
responding. It's
Yeah.
just-
Well, no.
But at least.
Sometimes it's genuine. Sometimes
If you-
it's genuine.
If you DM us on Back of Audience, you got four.
Okay, you do.
There's
You got
four
four.
different rows responding. So
Yeah, we have to make sure we don't overlap either.
Yeah.
Just to transition that, so you said before this you are now live in LA or now
SF.
moving to California.
SF, yeah. Let's call it LA because we are gonna live there eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, California.
Did you feel that was a very important step for the next part of your career to go there?
Yeah, everyone I've connected with and made friends with, they're all out there.
Yeah.
I think especially for artists starting out, you can do it the traditional way, just email a bunch. It's never going to guarantee you anything, but moving out there and intimately connecting with fans and DJs at shows,
Well,
it's
well,
so much more successful.
Well, the thing is, like, you have to be in a room full of people that are like you and want to pursue a career just like you,
Mhm.
because that's how you grow, right?
Mhm.
As a producer and even a DJ, because you learn from each other and you just kind of grow more quicker.
It's not going to be only Instagram anymore. I guess you're going to be doing a lot of like coffee chats, like
Yeah. I'm going to go to a lot of clubs
studio-
and shows
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's popping off there, and with the sound too, with the melodic sound, it's the staple is LA area.
Yeah.
Like that, they're
I
like
think so.
they are the
I think
heart
so.
and butter of all
So
that.
They are. It is the heart of EDM.
Yeah.
Really is. Especially
Essentially
in
for
America.
North America, yeah.
Yeah.
For North America, it is essentially the heart of EDM.
Mhm.
It's where a lot of producers go. Good opportunities there for people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend just moved down there for producing school at 9Chi.
Mm-hmm.
He moved down there, connected with he actually lives with one of my friends now.
Shut up, Pi.
Yeah, Pi. But it's interesting because they it's like two different groups of friends, and then like he moved over there and he met some of my friends in LA, and now he's part of that crew. So yeah,
It's that easy. It's that easy.
Mhm.
Especially when you move out there. Doing it online is, again, it's a bit more challenging. So moving out there for me, I think is the best bet right now. It's going to open a lot of doors for me, I think.
Yeah, it should. That's good.
Yeah.
With that, so like obviously right now it's just trying to find time to get in the studio again. But you kind of we talked about this before, but you kind of went the way of like the bedroom producer, and then but actually like the songs took off. Usually what we find is more people start with DJing first, and then go to producing.
Right.
Just because I think in the short term that's the quicker way to make money. Just by
I
getting
agree.
gigs like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
Do you plan to DJ?
Oh, yes.
That's like
That's-
the next
that's
step.
the next step
that's
for
the
me.
next step.
I got to be, because you should be people in my field who are coming up. It's best if you're the whole package, not just one or the other. I've given that advice to a few DJs as well.
Mhm.
I'm like, you need to start producing as well. And
That
I
makes
promise,
sense.
like, your life will change instantly. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get into that side of things. Ravina's going to teach me some things because she knows how to DJ.
Oh, she DJ.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know how I'm going to start off with that though. I'm thinking to get my name out there, just do a lot of pre-recorded sets and network with people that way.
On SoundCloud?
Yeah, post them on SoundCloud, but like
mixes
when I
or
go and
so-
perform at
perform?
clubs and
Yeah,
stuff, do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. And then,
So you have gigs lined up.
no, I need to work on that though.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people out there. I'm sure they can.
Yeah, there's a lot of like I know a lot of people start out like playing at chill bars.
That's what I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
myself doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you need practice first. In the end, it doesn't come to you
Exactly.
overnight. It's just like it's the producing aspect too, where you're not going to be a good producer. You're going to produce garbage at the beginning,
Yeah,
and then
that's
eventually
right.
you'll develop your sound and make it your own, which
That's
is
true.
good. It's just
Yeah.
like DJing. The skill, it's a skill.
It
So
is.
it just takes time.
How do you feel about ghost producers?
That's an interesting aspect.
I mean, he
Ghost
was
Do you
Well,
think
one,
it's
right?
necessary, or do you think it's like it's frowned upon? Like, do you think it's What's
You
your
were
opinion
one,
on it?
right?
You technically were one, right?
At one point, yeah, when in my early years, I was. I think it's encouraged. I think people should. It's a good way to connect with people and show them that you're in it for the music.
I feel like it's a
Not
humbling
for-
experience.
It's very humbling. You don't have to credit yourself, but it's a big positive because you can get a lot of money from it
Mhm.
without having to put your name out there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like somebody told me, who was it? Afrojack actually ghost produced or
Oh.
ghost wrote David Guetta's
I've
Titanium.
heard.
It's crazy. I just found out yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of there's a couple. I forget a couple other songs, but like a lot of the popular artists, like
A lot of big artists ghostwrite.
they ghost.
That's
Well,
a
either
great
they
idea.
ghostwrite or they have ghostwriters because they don't have
Yeah.
time to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing is
Essentially-
like when you're it's like this. You're like the boss, and you just get a whole bunch of samples, and you pick and choose which is the best one because you're still curating it. You're just saying
Produce it under your
you
name.
just don't need to go through the task of jumping on the DAW and then punching all the beats in and like going through all that the work.
Right.
You kind of fast track it in a way.
Yeah.
You
I
just use
agree.
the skill of other people.
Exactly. That's how it works. But
So that's obviously the next step. One question. So when you first started, who was your inspiration to start? Like any artist you looked up to for like the sound inspiration when you started the Menna project?
once I started researching EDM a lot, Martin Garrix was and still is my favorite.
Mhm.
One of my first ever release, Sunset, is very Martin Garrix like. It has that progressive house feel.
Mm-hmm.
So
your,
I
your
would put
latest
him.
release too that you released in May has that.
Oh,
Martin
you
Garrix
don't
sound.
know?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
yeah.
it has that vibe as well.
Yeah, it has that progressive sound, whereas the other ones
Right,
are more
yeah, progressive.
melodic. Yeah,
Right, yeah. So he's like I try to incorporate his influence into my music for sure. Almost every time I record,
nice.
he's up there. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, when we were previewing it and talking to some friends, you have a very nice Son Holo vibe and Griffin. Griffin's like a little bit
Griffin
more.
too.
Griffin's
Yeah.
like a little bit more poppy. I wouldn't say yours is a bit more I guess, dance focused in terms of the
Mhm.
I
how he
think
does it.
my favorite was Treat You Right, and it's more upbeat. It's closer to that end.
Treat You
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was very progressive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I can see the blending, but definitely gives Son Holo vibes. I know that definitely. Yeah, I get Son Holo vibes
And
quite a
Arm
bit.
and
Cool.
Hammer. Yeah.
Arm and Hammer too.
Yeah.
Baby Arm and Hammer.
Baby Arm and Hammer.
Yeah, but you're one.
Yeah, they're the duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the songs you release, which one has like meant the most to you, like personally, or like the one
Ooh.
you really enjoy the most?
It's
a tough question.
Arm & Hammer is Canadian, right?
Are they?
No, they
No,
just
no, no.
really like coming to Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Toronto quite a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have some mutuals.
I would say I'm not gonna say the obvious with fantasies, you know. I'm not gonna go that route.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big song, but the song before Fantasies called Show Me Your Love was special to me because it gave me confidence. It was the first song that pulled some numbers. I think it hit over 100,000. And that was the first time I've ever seen my art hit 100,000. I'm like, wow, okay. Just boosted my confidence, and then Fantasy dropped right after that.
It's
So
just even that's good.
seeing numbers like that do help, especially authentic ones. And then I would say If We Could is also a special one because that was the first time I branched out from house and tried out some future like melodic bass.
Mm-hmm.
So, and seeing how people reacted to it meant a lot because wow, I switched it up and it worked. Like I diversified it, and yeah, that worked out well.
New territory.
New territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a question about the marketing. Where did you learn to do like cold DMs and like to send out your demos? Like, I feel like that's
Where did I
something.
learn?
Yeah, where did you learn it? Because like that's not
Just on my
something.
own. No,
I
on
think
my own,
a lot
man.
of people just try to just post it.
I think it's the
and,
drive.
and just
It is
get
the drive.
organic.
Yeah.
I spend
content.
like an hour or two every night
Mhm.
of my day. Just I go to work full time. I go home on the couch and just go crazy for an hour or two,
May I ask,
and it works. It works.
Yeah.
May I ask, did you go to business school since you're in like
Yeah.
accounting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
so
Business
he
management.
presentations, sales pitches, elevator pitch, SWOT analysis.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
always cool with that. So
Yeah,
I guess that's
where it
helped.
comes from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as essentially it's as easy as it sounds, but it's just the aspect of doing is
Yeah.
the thing everyone gets trumped
You
on.
just have to.
You
Action.
just gotta
Yeah.
do it.
Action's hard.
Yeah, action. Well, action is always hard, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like no one likes doing it. Like I don't think anyone really likes doing it. It's just you're putting yourself out
Yeah,
there
it's the
for.
drive.
You have to prepare to do it. That's
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
that's
you
the
have to
thing. You
prepare.
can't just like sit down. Oh, I'm just gonna start. Do you do like
Mhm.
preparations or like do you write out? What
Psychologically, no. I just get on my
Oh.
phone. I'm like, all right, let's check out some
Mm.
EDM theme pages. Let's
Yeah.
see who follows who's connected with who,
Mhm.
and I just go crazy.
How do you acquire your album artwork?
I was gonna ask about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, how do you
Shout
do
out
your,
to this guy. I think he's South American. He's an artist. VVL is his like alias. He's done everything for me, and the way that
Cold
works.
call DM. Is DM too?
I found him on an art website actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Does he usually do stuff for artists, like musical artists?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
okay.
yeah, he's done a lot.
Okay.
He sells his artwork as well, non-music related. But yeah, what I do is with him, I explain to him what the song sounds like, but I don't let him hear it. I'm like, hey, it sounds like this, sounds like that. Like Euphoric Control, I'm like, I can picture an island with like otherworldly, ethereal vibes.
Hmm.
And I tell him to just work with that and see what he could send me. It's very summer colors for sure. And yeah, whatever he sends me ends up going hand in hand with the music I make. It's crazy how he works.
Telepathic.
It
Yeah.
works. It's like he does it. It's like wow, this is perfect.
I hope I'm not putting pressure on him when I do that, but he seems to handle it
I
well.
mean, he's getting paid right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, he's a great artist. I'm probably gonna work with him the whole way,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
as long as he keeps doing it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. One thing about going back to the producing aspect, how's your setup for producing at home? Or I'm assuming, like, do you do the piano? Like, do you
I have a MIDI keyboard
You have a MIDI keyboard?
that connects to all the sounds in my computer.
Mhm.
So
Are you-
the keyboard doesn't make the sounds.
Hmm.
It makes the sounds from the program that's sending the sound to the MIDI keyboard.
Mhm.
So-
Ah.
It's just a blank piano without nothing on it.
Do you have any? Do you have any other? Do you have any musical like background with that, like piano? Any other instruments?
I've been playing the piano since I started in high school.
Oh, okay.
Do you also know how to play the drum because you're your mom? Or?
No,
Oh,
I want to
wow.
learn though,
Mm.
for sure. She's crazy.
Oh.
She plays like Metallica and stuff.
Oh.
She's
It incorporates some like Kill the Noise Sullivan King.
Well, when he does
Yeah,
when you eventually
Yeah,
do
you're
dubstep,
gonna
you
need
can
that.
definitely do the
I
guitar
could do
solo.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you're-
great. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this is where we love EDM so much is because the amount of variety artists can put into producing songs
Mhm.
is just like you could take a guitar sound and probably have a sample like a DAW sample or something and like make it through there, but then you can also play the guitar and have it like actually like be like authentic. And you
Yeah.
see that with people doing piano stuff too,
Right.
or people just using synthetic sounds. Like it's just cool.
It's crazy.
Or
Technology,
Marion.
man. Yeah.
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 Technology and also creativity is just
Mhm.
endless with EDM.
Yeah,
Which is I think this is where I know we've said it a bunch. This is why we love EDM is the creative freedom like for artists. Like there's always going to be a new sound popping up because someone is branching into that
Mhm.
and it's actually like taking off, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your point you made about synthetic. Like, if we could, a lot of guitar in that song, but it wasn't live guitar at all. It was all digital. Crazy.
Nice. So we're an EDM focused podcast. Have you raved at all? Like gone to any events or shows?
That's a good.
That-
I've actually been to a few, thanks to Ravina. She kind of introduced
Oh.
me to the scene.
In NorCal?
Yeah.
Have
We
you
went
been
to
to
it.
Bill Graham?
Which one's Bill Graham?
The
that LA?
Civic Auditorium in
San
downtown San Francisco.
I feel like I had. No, we haven't.
That's where Martin Garrix played. He played for 4 nights in June.
That's right.
Yes.
I wish I was there. I didn't go there. I went to see Deadmau5 in San Francisco.
Oh.
Chainsmokers in LA.
Mm.
They had Arm & Hammer there, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're everywhere.
they did
Yeah.
a great set. I've been to a few of those, but later this year we're gonna ramp it up.
Festivals?
Yeah, we might do. Yeah, we're doing Countdown for
Countdown.
sure. That's gonna be great. We're going to Porter. I don't know if
The Porter, his tour show?
Where was
he
that
has a show in
Battleship
October.
one?
Yeah.
Second Sky?
Second
No,
time.
just an October solo
okay.
show.
Yeah, he's
'Cause
doing his tour. He's doing his tour. I
For
don't know if he's doing second. He might do second.
Because
Sky this
Second Sky is usually in NorCal.
A lot of people don't think he's gonna do it
Oh.
year. He actually might not. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. because he has the new album, a new tour going on. So
Mm.
He's Porter. He can do what he wants.
It's true,
He's,
yeah.
he's established.
He could start singing. He literally opens his mouth and starts singing.
I
Well, he
know.
does the keyboard thing, which is always cool for Sad Machine, where he lets the
Oh,
keyboard
right,
play.
yeah.
It's so cool. Porter's a showman.
he is.
He's a very good showman.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. It's gonna be my first time.
Yeah, I think most of us are going to the Toronto show here when he comes in
When is
September. September.
Ooh,
maybe
he's
I'm
here in
just going.
September.
Who?
Porter's coming.
Kind
Porter
of
Robinson.
gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to Red
Where
Rocks
is
for
that?
7
Is that
Lions.
Budweiser?
Ooh,
No, it's at History.
Yeah, I'm not going to that.
And I'm doing lessons, so yeah.
Is
Well-
that the
Cool, Red
27th?
Rocks.
Yes.
No, it's like 14th or something. It's mid-September.
maybe.
Mid-September?
Yeah.
I gotta say this. I've said this in previous episodes. His shows are a hit or a miss.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's
You either
nine
like
times
his sound or
nine.
you like his showmanship or you don't.
No, like for me, it's been like a 50-50. Like I've seen him maybe like under 10 times, and like it's been a 50-50. Like one show is very
okay.
good, and then one show is like yeah. So he did Countdown LA. I was at Countdown LA, and he did the countdown, and I was at that set. That was good.
Ooh.
He played techno, so that was good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Porter on like this thing. Porter and Madion, also people who have sounds
Madion's-
very,
oh, that
I
guy-
love
very.
Madion,
I love
yeah.
Madion to death
Yeah.
too. I even have his Madion shirt.
Yeah.
But like, they do have a sound similar to yours. Like they have songs that I guess I know you could take influence from for sure. But when they do some curated sets for like when Madion played Lost Lands, he did a Lost Lands inspired set, which is all dubstep, and so he was playing like trap. He was playing like all this stuff, just
Headbanging
like
stuff.
yeah, because he's at Lost Land. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just gonna create a Lost Land set
Yeah.
instead of sticking to his like tour sound.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I guess when you're fully integrated in LA, you're definitely gonna go to events there. It's like kind of hard
Yeah,
not to.
I'm gonna go harder for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good place to network. I feel too.
For music, I think so.
For music,
I
yes.
think
Just
so.
don't try to talk people in the rave because it's kind of hard. You got to do it like off to
Oh.
the side where the music isn't loud.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, for
we've
sure.
been trying to network at raves too, and it's kind of
Really?
hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
It's very hard.
Are you guys going to Velt?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, we're all
Nice.
going.
because it's just a Toronto thing.
It's a glorified hangout.
It's because like
No, well, this year, I'm going for the music this year, okay?
for me, my New York friends are visiting, so I bought all 3 days. But usually I wouldn't go to Veld. Yeah.
it's the home based festival. So the lot
Exactly.
The
The
thing about
lineup
Bell-
is really good this year.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's hard to give it up.
Ink's done a good job last 2 years for sure. At least post pandemic with the Veld lineup. Last year's lineup was good. This year's lineup probably even better.
Yeah, he's a techno head, so you bring the techno head to a basic festival. He's actually out here, so the lineup is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually got Benny out to go, so it's pretty good.
Sweet.
Benny's all
Enjoy.
techno.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun for sure.
So right now, what platforms can people find your music on?
Oh, just all the streaming platforms, Spotify,
Spotify, Apple.
Are you
Apple
on Tidal
Music.
as well?
I'm on Tidal. Yeah,
Are you on SoundCloud?
SoundCloud?
Still? Yes.
I think everything is
you-
on my SoundCloud,
Or are you on Beatport?
including. Yeah, I just put a song
really?
on there.
Nice.
Oh, that's sick.
I want to put the rest of them on there too.
Yeah.
I love using Beatport.
Really?
Because I'm like, what is this specific subgenre?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's a really good way of
Yeah.
finding music or the specific genre to the
Yeah.
music.
Sometimes
It's
I
huge.
find I try to filter the top 100, and I find I get lost trying to find the actual top 100 of the list. I don't know. Sometimes I navigate
He listens
Beatport.
to a lot of music though. You
Yeah, I listen to like everything.
Yeah.
But
so-
like,
It's so hard to differentiate Can't say that.
Differentiate.
Different genres of music sometimes. Like you have to
Yeah.
really
It is for sure.
like understand. Like it's really hard.
You have to hear the sounds, the tempo, the theme.
Yeah, because I hate on other websites you go on it and it's like, what is this EDM song genre or subgenre, and it's like dance. I'm like,
Oh,
That does not help.
bruh.
They did that for one of my songs actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I see. The thing is, it's because like one of like some of your songs would fall under the pop EDM genre. So
Yeah.
it just gets
yeah.
incorporated into the top of the list. That's why I'm. You don't know if you got radio play, have you, on any of the songs?
Other than that Tomorrowland, I don't recall.
Okay.
No, it's just been a
'Cause
lot of
defi-
EDM blogs and
yeah.
websites.
Definitely,
And then the
yeah. Your
streaming
sound
platforms.
definitely could go on radio. That's for sure. Like some of the songs, like it has that melody. Nice happy drive, you know. Nice
Yeah.
happy driving melodies.
I think I just make how I feel. If you guys ever hear like some darkness from me, then I'm in a terrible mood.
A lot of people have been saying Elenium needs to have his heart break.
Oh, to go back to making.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's a hot take for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a.
I wonder how that would turn out. That'd be
It'd
interesting.
be a
It'd
fire
be-
album.
yeah.
That's all I would say. It probably would be a fire
It'll be
album.
another rising from the ashes too.
Have you ever worked with any labels?
No, I just pitched to them.
Do you want to be part of a label?
I would love to. Lindy has so much pull with labels. She's been signed a few times.
You should talk to her.
There's also a trend.
No, yeah, I'm gonna keep collaborating with Lindy for sure.
What resources do you get when you work with labels?
Money.
Other
Here's
than-
here's
other
a
than-
wad of cash. Go do what you want with it. Market yourself however you want.
But
Yeah.
sometimes they have like you have to release a song by this point, or like you have to.
Yeah, they give
release
you
this many-
deadlines.
Yeah.
But the resources, yeah, they can get you on any website, on billboards, you know, in the city.
Yeah.
Do you have to request it?
No, they just have whatever they envision.
I've heard of a lot of, I'll just throw you something that you want to produce, and then I'm gonna work on the stuff that I really like. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to do it that way.
Well, the big trend right now is artists just releasing their own label. Or
Yeah,
making their
everyone's
own
just
label.
creating their
Everyone,
own.
like Brendan was talking about it too, where you just everything is you. You're everything's on your timeline. You focus on how to market
Mhm.
yourself. So I'm still on the fence on that because obviously you need following, I would say, but like even some mid-tier artists are doing it.
It really depends. It depends how you market it, and it's a complicated world. I think
It's a complicated world.
because it is a business at the end of the day, and you have to generate revenue. So,
Brandon's a businessman.
Yeah.
Big in sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Would you say that right now labels is still the focus to release the music out for yourself?
I would like to experience having a song signed
Mhm.
and see how that works out. We'll see. I love doing it independent, but labels can really get you out there. They can change your life. I still believe in that.
Yeah.
People who kind of rebel against labels, you know, they haven't really experienced getting signed. But labels can also screw you, man.
No, I know.
It's
Yeah.
such
you
a
hear those
Yeah.
horror stories, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's just like I think a lot of people are like, "Screw this! I'm starting my own."
yeah.
Even if
I would
they're
I would
small.
rather start my own.
Mm.
I think, but again, I'd like to get a song or two signed just to see how they work.
It's that
See
another
what they can do
confidence
for me.
boost too, right? It's
Yeah.
like that next
Right,
start as an artist, getting one of your songs signed and
Because
be like,
like
that.
a lot of like spinning records or like you know because
They're actually they're losing stuff because everyone's doing their own thing. They're
Yeah.
losing
Right.
artists.
But then like
nowadays.
you recognize their like album covers
Yeah,
and
that's
you're like
true.
All the
oh,
time,
like,
yeah.
you get your name on something because like recently I know like last year like Gene Sabai he got one of his songs or he's doing collabs on Ophelia Records and I'm like oh my god I recognize this whole layout.
Yeah, that's true too. Like if
Yeah.
you're a melodic artist and you get signed to Ophelia, that's like a big deal.
I know that would be huge. I
Yeah.
pitched to them. I remember
Mm. Yeah.
the remix actually. I don't know.
Because they are doing up and coming risers with their Advent series, which is actually very, very great. One of the Canadian trance artists actually got on it, Somna, which is
Oh,
pretty
yeah, yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool. But like
Oh,
they do
cool.
like keep trying with them because you
Yeah.
may end up on an Advent series. You never know.
I
That'd be cool.
love Ophelia Records.
Yeah, but the symbol is exactly the symbol is recognizable, so that is
Yeah.
one aspect of it. When you see Ophelia, you know what you're gonna get.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. I'd love to get on Ophelia.
Shout out.
Usually
Jeff.
my album covers that I like looking at is the ones with the skulls and
This guy he just listens to techno.
Techno. He's like a techno guy.
No, I'm just joking.
That's funny. I follow Benny's Spotify like release radar, so I check it out, and I'm just
all
like,
dark
you
black.
you just see all these album cover. You're just like, huh? And that's like the most demonic sounding.
Oh my
techno.
God.
He never left teen angst.
Yeah, we have a saying on the podcast: all road leads to techno. Well, Benny just started there. He just was born into it.
Right,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was born
Clearly.
into it.
He was born into it,
I've
molded by it.
Yeah, I've been saying like I was raving for 10 years. I've been to underground
10 years.
yeah, underground raves and stuff. But like I didn't get into techno until last year because of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we-
it was like my 9th year. Takes a while.
Yeah, we find the nice thing is, especially with the like the EDM pop genre and like the melodic, we find it's a good entry for a lot of people.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Absolutely.
best. It's easy to
Lighter.
transition from like radio to that, and it's once again makes you feel happy. So people
You
like
see
that.
those
Yeah, for
you
sure.
see those TikToks and reels like it's like, oh, you come in as like a little baby raver and then by the end of it you're like in the
Hardcore
dark,
outfits.
like,
Yeah.
black outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some pulsing beats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess one thing is there, now that you've been in the industry, is there anything that's bothered you, like about the industry that like been that you'd like to change, or like something that is something that other artists would face too that would be challenging?
I think going back to labels, you really have to have a following now before they even consider
Yeah.
you. Sometimes before they even listen to the music,
Mhm.
they're gonna go do some research on you first.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's gotten that way. Back in the day, you can just walk into a building, hand them your demo, and you can get signed, and they can like run the numbers up for you. But you got to do it all yourself now before they're even gonna consider you.
It's all
It's
about
like- I
numbers.
I kind of don't like that it's working that way now.
It's like when you finish post secondary, it's like, oh, we need like 3 years of
Experience is like-
Yeah, you need some
I just
prerequisites.
finished
I
school.
need a job to get experience.
The internships, 3 years of marketing experience.
Yeah.
For an internship job. It's like, what? That's what the market's come to nowadays. But,
Yeah, I hate that you kind of need prerequisites now.
I think
as
this
an
is where the
artist.
push lies. We're talking about the push for people just starting their own thing
Exactly
is like
yeah.
big. They just
'Cause-
don't want to deal with that.
Yes. Have you seen that? I think it's a viral video of some guy pitching. He pitched to a label, and then he recorded the voicemail that he received back from them, and they're like, "The music was great, but you don't have 50,000 followers, so we're not gonna sign
No.
this."
Mm.
And the guy he showed like all, and everyone in the comments like, "Dude, is that what it takes now? You just need." And who you can, I guess, for other artists, you can just buy followers now. Maybe
You probably can.
You
buy a bunch of
can,
fake ones.
But it like Instagram does like shoot them like
I don't know.
They do
Sometimes
really-
it's weird because I have it all the time where an artist watches my story and I'm just like, why is this
Yeah,
artist
yeah.
watching
I
my
noticed
story?
that too.
You got to be a
It's
content
so
creator
weird.
nowadays. Like, you
Yeah.
have
So
to.
yeah, it comes
You
down to
have
that.
to.
That's what I hated, or whatever you asked me about, like not being impressed with. It's all about content now.
Mhm.
Mm.
You have
not about
to
the music
like,
anymore.
make the content and promote. Like there are like ones where it's like, oh, you go into Subway and you get their voice and then you make a whole track and then like
Mhm.
that clip blows up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like you have like nowadays you have to do stuff like that.
Everything's viral. Like
Yeah.
everyone knows the Hawk Tua girl that just. but you know what? Like as an artist, I knew certain artists were gonna make a remix right away. You have to be the first to jump on that bandwagon
like that.
and
Get
do
the
it.
content out
Just
quick.
like James Hype and
yeah.
Yeah, the Hardwell thing.
That was
You heard about
crazy.
that? That
Yeah.
but like someone jumped on it and now they're talking about it because someone did it. But the Hawk Tua girl is like, okay, I'm pretty sure. So one artist, dubstep artist that's popular that does this is Crank That. And I'm like, I guarantee you he's gonna really make a remix, and what he's done, he's gone a little bit viral. His music's good. He's gone viral too from his edits because he makes like a funny how to put the sound together. Like he plays the Hawk Tua girl, and he starts like, "Ma'am, there are children on this platform." He's like, "The children want dubstep. Let's go." And then he shows his whole studio process, making the song, putting all this random. But like, that's what people want to see.
I feel like in hip hop it's like rap diss tracks with this. It's just
It's
like
that-
remixes.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, EDM. That's the nice thing about EDM too. They're always on the bandwagon for even trends.
Yeah.
I find that I'm a girl in Man in Finance. That
Oh, yeah.
people were remixing that
I'm
one
looking
too.
for
Yeah,
a man
man
in
in
finance. 6'5".
And Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
And people made songs about that.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I gotta learn how to jump on stuff like that. Like it's all about content nowadays.
Speed to lead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well said.
You know, we'll get you in touch with Brandon because that's something he's really good at too with
Yeah.
his marketing aspect because he's doing everything
He
himself.
hands out flyers.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
he's
It's so
always
funny.
thinking about how to shoot funny content too, just to get his stuff out there.
Yeah.
I
That's
I
great.
highly recommend that episode if you
Yeah.
haven't listened to any of
Yeah,
it.
no, I'll check it out for sure. Awesome.
Just one of the final questions is what's in store for 2024 and 2025 for you?
Definitely not any EPs. That's for sure.
Not an EPs, yeah. You go.
I ain't going back to that. Definitely singles. A lot of singles, a lot of collaborations. My friends out in LA, I'm definitely gonna work with more. Linny and Simona Shao.
Mhm.
Shout out to them. I love working with them, so I'm definitely gonna keep that going.
It's good that
And
you
then-
found good collaboration and they turned out well too, like the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them. They're so talented. They're so nice to work with.
I
They're
find
friends
that
of mine.
I've heard of like a lot of the like vocalists are so easily approachable. Like a
So
lot of the
easy.
big ones. Like
Yeah.
they're just they care about the scene a lot too, and like their
Yeah,
sound,
yeah.
their soundscape, and it works well.
It's
Like
not
I've heard
about-
like Haley, and everyone knows Haley and Haley, but
That's
like,
the next step.
I've
by
heard
the way.
she's incredibly nice as a person too to talk.
Yeah,
to
she
talk to.
seems sweet. Yeah, I definitely want to work with her one day. That there's a new vocalist making waves right now, Hayla. The one
Oh
who did
yeah,
Escape.
Haley, yeah, with John Summit. They
Oh, she worked with him too. Oh
Hayla?
yeah, that's right. She
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shiver.
Shiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shiver, yeah.
She's definitely popping off.
Do you like females vocals more, or have you never worked with any?
No, you're
male
the
vocals?
male vocal.
No, I
Right?
don't. I'm not the. I don't sing. I wish. If we could, was with this guy named Denny White. I think he's in Nashville.
Okay.
But I connected with him the same way I connect with all my other vocalists. He was the only male I think I've worked with.
Yeah.
But in the end,
No.
I think it comes down to like
Not on
the
purpose.
sound. I think whenever you're producing, it's like you know what might fit it, right? It's either a guy verse or a girl.
Yeah,
voice.
it's selective.
You just know, right?
It's very selective.
You can just tell in some songs, like if you think about it, if we listen to a certain song and you change it to a male, it probably wouldn't work based on how the
The tone.
the tone is.
You never know.
You
though.
never, but no,
You
I'm just
never
talking
know.
for a 1-to-1
'Cause there's some-
switch.
Slander is so like guy vocals.
They do a lot of male vocals.
They do a
Yeah.
lot of male vocals, but it works.
Yeah.
The way they do it, but I think you have to structure it for the male vocals.
Yeah.
It's different. I would say it's different.
Yeah, if we could, had to be a male. It was. I had a lot of. Yeah, like you said, Slander. They do a lot of Illenium
Yeah.
too. I thought I had to go that route and just get a male singer.
Mm.
But again, it's spontaneous. As
Yeah.
you're making it, you kind of decide along the way.
Yeah.
So that's what I did for that one. But yeah, a lot of female vocalists.
Yeah.
They do such a good job.
They do.
And like EDM was meant for female vocals. It's just, especially trance.
Yeah, that's where it resonates.
That's
Oh,
true,
man.
yeah.
Trance.
Vocal trance. Yeah.
Angelic, reverb all around
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's
The angel voices, essentially.
exactly
what it is.
angelic.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're saying you're gonna obviously start DJing, so I'm assuming you're.
Oh my
trying
god,
to
yeah.
get
That's like
yeah.
that's like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
That's the next step
It's
too.
like the me giving you a kick, and it's like, hey, you gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
do that next.
That's what Ravina's all on me about that. She's like, yeah, you got to DJ.
So I'm assuming like 2025 probably like get that.
I would
full swing.
love to start doing sets in 2025.
Yeah.
And learn in 2024.
Yeah, I think that's a
So-
good sound. Like once again, you got a lot going on, especially with you fully moving to LA.
Yeah, that's not
So
helping,
definitely get
but-
settled down and see.
Yeah, once I settle in, it's go time.
It's game over, bro.
Yeah.
The guy's gonna watch out. He's coming.
Yeah. So anyone else have any other questions? Any
Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts?
No,
The floor is yours.
This has been
Any
great.
shout outs? Any floor is yours right
Shout
now.
out to my friends and family. Shout out to Ravina. Shout out to Simona Shao, Linny. These guys, they
Austin.
keep me Austin Kramer. Yeah, they keep me going. They keep me in line. And they're very honest with me. That's how I know. Like I appreciate them. I'm grateful for everybody in my life right now who supports me, and a lot of artists coming up. I mean, try your best to get on that content game.
Yeah, get out there, put yourself out there.
Spend
because-
like an hour or two messaging, emailing. You have no idea how successful you could be if you're lucky enough and the
Just
right
takes that
person
one.
takes that one. Takes that one song, it takes that one email, that one DM, you know. Just keep focused.
Mhm.
If you love it, you know, you'll never fail. So,
just don't give up.
yeah.
Where can people find you?
In California.
Soon, yes.
His heart and mind is in California.
Oh, just like more socials. Like you can say
Yeah,
social.
yeah, hopefully
put
I'll
it in
branch
we'll
out.
put it in the videos too, so
Yeah.
people can find it. But
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram mainly, and then all
Instagram.
the streaming platforms will lead you to my Instagram.
We'll put it in the description on the YouTube and the Spotify.
I'm very active. You know, I love talking to people and responding to messages. So
But yeah,
definitely hit me up on there.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on. This was a good discussion.
Thank you,
that we
guys.
had.
This is great. I
Thank
wish
you.
you nothing but the best with your podcast.
Thank you for finding us.
Yes.
Of
Thank
course, this is great.
Yeah.
Great first experience for me as well.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for that. I'm very grateful.
Hope we'll see each other on a higher platform.
I think we will. We'll build together.
Yeah.
Let's don't forget about me when this podcast blows up.
Come back to Toronto.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you had something for us, did you?
Oh shoot! It's
Did
in
we
the
do
other
leave it
room.
outside?
Yeah.
All right, well,
we can
we'll-
step out now. It's like, I mean, if you want to grab it now.
We can grab it now.
Yeah.
Wanna go up?
Me?
Yeah.
It's
Where
on
is
the
it?
it's on the counter.
I was wondering if we had the bag. I'm like, do I mention it? Do I mention it? I'm like, it's good for the camera to do it.
We usually hide the stuff under the table.
Yeah, we usually hide it. So we can start. But yeah, you have
He said you'll like this one.
Me?
So I got some merch going.
Ooh.
Guys, he's got merch.
Wow.
he's got merch now.
He said you'll like the blue.
Oh, really? Thanks.
It's official. He has merch.
Which one did you want?
Ooh, I might want the blue.
Oh, okay. What is there? Oh, you.
Oh, just blue and the cream.
I want this
You want
one.
the cream color?
See, you called it that Christy would want the cream.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for.
Yay. Wait, let's screen
I,
cap
I
this.
love how simple. I like this because it makes people. Oh, what is that? And then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Simple.
Thank
What,
you.
what other merch do you have?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of hoodies, a lot of.
they can find them on your like
T-shirts.
personal link. We'll put it in the video
Yeah, yeah.
description.
The link below.
Is it just clothing or do you have like water bottles too?
No, I think
No
I'll
water
do it.
bottle?
He wants a water bottle.
Just the basics for now. Hats, hoodies,
Yeah.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you for the
of
hat.
course.
Yeah, thanks.
I will wear this.
So yeah, I believe that's all we have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in for this episode. If you enjoyed it and want to support us, please share with a fellow raver and like and subscribe to our accounts. This podcast is audience funded. If you want to go above and beyond and support us, there is a physical donation link. We'll have it in the video
PayPal.
and also in the description. We want to provide better content and also upgrade our equipment. So.
Yeah.
Also, we have a 10% off discount for if you need earplugs. We have 10% off discount for sound. A couple of us on the panel use it. I use it regularly. It reduces decibel up to like 19. So it's good for
19.
concerts and also loud anywhere there's a loud noise. Once again, we are big advocates of earplugs. So please protect your ears and because tinnitus is no joke. So
No joke.
Oh, I got tinnitus.
you
Really?
do.
Oh my
Good times.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oof. It's no joke, and you can do as much as you can to reduce it by getting earplugs. So that's all we have. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye.